of all the hard work.
Yeah.
That's always nice. Yeah.
But I have to forgive myself for like, well, at least I still have clean socks, but it definitely was like,
Yeah,
you know,
that part.
this was my last pair, but so I washed another pair, a bunch last night.
Yeah, as long as it gets done.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like
And we're
it's
good.
been very much like bare minimum, like
Yeah,
I'm almost out. Okay.
I understand that. But yeah, I really feel like there's no reason. It's like the saying, like, don't no reason to cry over spilt milk. Like,
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
It'll be there. It'll
Yeah.
wait for you.
Yeah.
So no need to worry.
It'll get better.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right. Well, it sounds like it's easing up. You're gonna see some good results this week, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Some happy faces, some happy campers. It's children, right? It's a children's camp.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be special. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about that. So that's all that's been happening with me. I've been struggling with some migraines this week. So all of this has been really important for me, because these movements are super important, especially in those times of physical stress. We've talked so much about, especially here in your rotator cuff, like your neck area that holds so much tension. But we're actually going to connect the two that we've been focusing on here in our rotator cuff and our hip flexors. So I'm going to start standing. Let's go ahead and get started. Make sure my camera's on. I'll have to run over there at the end. So if you're watching online, welcome with us. We're here at Stretch and Sip. And tonight we're going to be working on our mid-back right up here. So like I said, we've been working on a lot of release here in our rotator cuff and in our hip flexors. We're going to start here in our mid-back now. And I want you to imagine, you're going to clasp your hands up here, and I want you to imagine kind of your body as a wetsuit, and all that tissue is moving around like jelly underneath your skin. And we've added a lot of definitions, but today I really want you to focus on the sensation of it, because like I said, this is really personal and really complex. We don't have a really huge understanding of what's going on underneath our skin between those tissues at the moment. With our fascia, our lymph system, it's super complex, sometimes very individual. So for us to just take a moment to be in touch with our bodies and feel what's going on, especially with our spine here, focusing on that connection between our rotator cuffs here at our head down to our hips. And so as you continue to move from side to side, you can hold it in any areas that you feel tension, especially extending here, twisting at your waist, to move into any areas of tension, any nooks and crannies that might be tense at the moment. Again, we're feeling the stretching of our internal mechanisms tonight. So as I was speaking about, our external body is our muscles, our skin, the things that we can see and feel really clearly, but our internal body moves our energies, as some scientists will believe and explain, that our energy is moving through here. And so that's what I am referring to when I'm saying that tension and trauma could be held in our body that we can't see or recognize until we start to move into it. And so when I'm talking about releasing, that's what I'm talking about, is those energies moving through your internal body. So as we come here, our feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to widen my stance just a little, walking my feet out so that I can bend down into a triangle pose. Here I'm going to release that mid-back and let gravity do the work for me to pull it down so that we can start to ground ourselves here at our mat. Again, we're copying these movements with our external body to regulate our lymph and blood flow, while our internal tissues are moving our energy in ways that are too complex for us to explain. But we can feel it. I want you to feel the feeling of mobilization of these mechanisms working together to move your body, these systems working together to stretch. Because what we're hoping to achieve is a harmony of our nervous system. Our nervous system has a habit of picking up the energy of those around us, and that's called being empathetic. Of course, that's a beautiful thing, but at times it could keep us feeling tense or stressed. And so we always need to make time to come back to ourselves and to feel what's right for us, what's going on with us. So that's what we're doing tonight. I encourage you to close your eyes here as we again twist here at our waist from side to side. I'm going to grab onto my ankle or leg. If you have a block, you could put that up to rest your hands on, supporting your weight there from side to side. I'm not worrying about my posture here, just the feeling of those mechanisms working together, specifically from your head to your hips. Feel free to bend your knees here, to move your feet. Reset and release at any time. We're coming back to the middle. Again, through our mid-back, our spine is stretching, elongating, and releasing. And now one more breath here. As we exhale, we're twisting to the other side. Again, I encourage you to have a block for this practice tonight, so you can really focus on releasing, allowing your body to completely release. We're not worrying about our posture. We're not tensing any muscles, especially not locking our knees here. We're actually feeling free to bend them, move them around. To focus on that feeling of elongating our spine, especially through our mid-back. And now, as we exhale, we'll come back here to our center. Again, you could put a block here, or you could release down to your mat. Still feeling free to bend our knees here. And as we hold this for a few breaths, I'll share with you our verse of tonight. But let each one test his own work, and then his reason to boast will be in himself alone and not in his neighbor. And so this word reminds us that it's our own work, our own reasoning, our own self that is our power. And we can find that power by centering ourselves in Christ. That light is within us, and we're coming back to it now. Stretching side to side one more time. Twisting a bit faster, and I'm encouraging you now to keep your legs straight this time. As we move directly from the right to the left, breathing into the left. Exhale through the middle, and inhale to the right. As we exhale, we come back to the middle for one more stretch. Our legs are a little straighter now. If we're able, our hips stay back, and we'll start to bend our knees down into a frog pose. My feet stay in the same spot. My palms can come here to my center, or I could put my block here to support me as well. What we're focusing on is putting our elbows here to our hamstrings and pushing our knees out just a bit to stretch our hips. Our neck stays neutral here. And we're focusing on aligning ourselves, aligning our internal and external bodies to regulate our nervous systems. So here's where we can ask ourselves and start to ponder if we are depending on our external or internal self. Sometimes we transform through our lifetimes, going through different seasons, but it's important that we're taking note of what process we're in at the moment. And our goal always is to have balance between the two, not moving just with our external body, with our internal body as well, feeling what's happening to us, and staying in tune with ourself, because again, that is our connection to Christ. And so as we stay here for just a moment, I encourage you to hold this pose if you're able. Feel free to drop back if you'd like. I'll share with you a verse here. Do not neglect to do good and share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. And so from here, we're going to put one arm back, allowing ourselves to drop back very gently so that we could move our feet, our legs to one side, our hands to one side as well, and come right into a tabletop position. We'll stay here for just a moment. Our knees should be about shoulder width apart, as should our palms. And we keep our shoulders square with our wrists here. Now tonight is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day, of course, to all our families at the Vine, especially all the fathers, the father figures. It's an important position to be in, as we know. And something a lot of fathers, I think, have to consider is how we're achieving harmony within ourselves, right? So not how we're copying others or performing or presenting ourselves, but in how we feel and how present we are. Those are the things that we know truly matter, right? So we're taking this time to center ourselves, to be with ourselves and to be with God, to consider not how we're performing, but how we are present. And so visually replicating is different than energetically transmitting and achieving harmony together. So I don't want you to just copy these poses tonight. I want you to really feel the body parts that I'm referring to. We've practiced a lot of terminology to learn these different parts, to define these parts of our physical self. And so I encourage you always to close your eyes to really feel those parts of your body. We're staying here in a tabletop for just one more moment, and then we're going to push our hips back toward our feet. Our toes stay in contact with our mat, and our hips come all the way back as far as we'd like to our toes, to our ankles. And we're going to start to walk our fingertips toward the front of our mats for a child's pose. This is a great pose that's really personal for us to come back to ourselves. If you'd like, you could put your block right here to rest your head. You could use your hands there as well to give some space for your chest here, because we do want to focus on opening our chest. Again, some terminology that we've been practicing, our rotator cuff, connecting our head, shoulders, and spine. We're stretching there, allowing that area to release fully. So as you breathe in and out, imagine your chest being open, long and strong. Necks are neutral to allow release in your upper back and neck. All the way through your shoulders, your fingertips can walk up a little further toward the front of your mat to deepen that stretch, allowing your chest to drop down. Resting here in a child's pose. Our hips are moving back. Imagine that spine being pulled either direction. Again, we're focusing on our wet suit that's underneath our skin here. So imagine yourself being really stretchy, flexible, and soft. And you'll notice we're holding these poses for quite a bit tonight. Again, this is a great way to focus on release and to ponder within ourselves where we might be holding tension that we can't see. Because again, we're not focusing on performing these movements, but on being present for them. Our movement is an individual way of worship. And a beautiful phrase that you might have seen in our sermon this morning is perfectly pointless, says the teacher. Perfectly pointless. Everything is pointless. And so a great interpretation of this is that performing is pointless. That to be performative has no real reward for us. That all that really matters in our lifetime is how present we are, our presence with ourselves, with God, and with others. So as you breathe here, just let go of yourself, of your identity, your ego, allowing yourself to fully melt on your mat, and just be here now. We'll share a silent prayer together. Whatever's on your mind now, I encourage you to uplift it and share a personal moment of prayer here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to use a block. So come on up to your tabletop position and place your block to one side of your mat. Your shoulder's going to rest on just one side. So you can start to release your lower body like you're laying on your stomach so that your shoulder is square with your block. Our thumb is going to come to one side. Our thumb is resting here to one side. And our head is looking the opposite direction. For your head to rest and look the opposite direction as your arm. And what we're focusing on is elongating these fingers to our side. I'm using my right side right now. So my right shoulder is resting on top of my block. You can use a pillow or towel for this. So long as your thumb is resting the opposite way towards your right side. And your head is facing towards the left. My left hand is creating that nice pillow for me to rest and relax on. And if you'd like to deepen this stretch, you can lift your left leg as well. Your knee up toward your elbow so that your right side is staying nice and long. And we are elongating that right side of our spine and back. If you're still looking to deepen this stretch, you can start to left. From here, we'll release. Come back down to left. With just my head up into a cobra pose so that I can switch my block to the other side. You're welcome to come up to a tabletop here as well. Whatever's comfortable for you. So long as you're able to switch that block to the other side. Again, our arm. Creating a pillow here for my head. I'll relax to the right side this time. Allowing all my weight to rest here on my block. Keeping now the left side of my spine super long and strong. And again, your block, your towel, your pillow, whatever you're using to uplift that side, should be allowing release here in your left side. Again, stretching those fingertips out. You could deepen the stretch by pushing your right knee up toward your right elbow. So just your left side stays long. And again, if you'd like to deepen the stretch even more, you can lift just your right side, pushing your left side down into your block. Our goal here is to connect to ourselves as a means eventually to connect to our community. Again, tonight is Father's Day. An important part of fatherhood is connecting to our community. Being around people who radiate Christ elevates our ability to radiate too. And so we're in the right place for it, to learn and be and grow. And I want to congratulate you on your presence. Your presence does matter. Your presence is important and meaningful. And as we release, I'll share this verse with you. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. As we come back to release up into a cobra pose, our hands here at either side of our chest, around our shoulders, our elbows, very straight back, super pointy as we gently push up from our forearms, from our palm up through our forearms. Our elbows stay pointy here, so we're not engaging too much of our upper arm or our shoulders. We're keeping those pretty neutral so that our chest can stay open and relaxed here, so that we can start to stretch through our mid-back yet again. Imagining that wetsuit super soft and flexible here. Our hips and necks are staying neutral. We're focusing on stretching that mid-back. Again, we're holding these poses for a few moments. Feel free to release and reset at any time. To add in your block for some extra support, you could release down like so. So long as you're focusing on keeping your chest open and curving that mid-back. Our human condition is one where we need each other. We need teachers and community to continue to sync ourselves with Christ. And what I mean by that is allowing ourselves to be one with Christ. Again, we're not performing. We're not showing off or copying what others are doing. We're showing up for ourselves, for God, and therefore for others. Our presence is meaningful, it's mindful, it's important. Let's come back down nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And I'll use my forearms to allow me to push my body back up, hips up to the sky. I'm walking my knees back up. Right. Copy that same motion we practiced. All the way through, palms up toward the ceiling. we're weaving through, allowing our chest to melt down first, and then dropping our hips back down. Because our goal is to keep that chest nice and open. So we're focusing first on our chest, moving it all the way through. Fingers are stretching over to this side. Slow. Top position, recentering ourselves. Leg at a time. balls of our feet. We're going to push our hips back to our frog position here. Put down to our lower body. Nice and slow. Grab it. Opposite direction. Again, we're copying that same motion of twisting through our mid back. This is a great basic stretch that we can do quickly to focus in on that area. Next, stay neutral here, but you can deepen the stretch by allowing your ear to melt down toward your shoulder. So my right ear is melting down toward my right shoulder. That's a great way to elongate that spine, that left side of your mid-back. Another quick adjustment is to allow your left hand to come back toward your right hip. So my hand stays open and comes back to my low back. Again, you should feel that through your mid-back, through your waist. From here, we'll release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, come up, hands behind your spine to allow your chest to become open again. Shoulders back, recentering your spine here. Again, you can twist your ankles, move your feet, feeling what's comfortable for you before moving to this other side. My right leg now comes toward my knee, and my left body is stretching down toward my toes. Again, you can push up gently on your foot or ankle, pushing it towards your head. You can encourage your body to stretch just a little deeper, and not so much that we're feeling any discomfort or pain here. Again, you could allow your ear to melt down toward your shoulder. Keeping our right side, our mid-back nice and long and soft. My right hand is now going to come to my low back here, keeping that chest open. Allowing our right side, our right mid-back, to fully stretch and twist here. We'll hold this for a few more breaths. We can always count together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, before releasing back up. Hands to either side, shoulders back, chest up. Again, we're releasing here and finishing our practice tonight, knowing that we showed up exactly as we are, for ourselves and for God, so that we can be the best we can be in our communities without copying others, replicating what others are doing, showing up completely as our authentic selves. I'm going to put the bottom of my feet together here for a quick butterfly pose, allowing our hips to drop side to side now. My hands here at my knees. I'm letting my body move back, my shoulders stay nice and open, and the same movement we practiced just now by keeping our chest open. We're mimicking that motion here with our chest still, allowing our weight to push us back just slightly, so that our weight is staying here on our tailbones. Allowing our body to rest at our hips. Our mid-back is staying strong and long here. This is a quick movement we can practice to keep our mid-backs engaged and to engage our abs as well to support them. Because our chest is open and our hips are holding our weight here, our abs must stay engaged to keep us tall and straight, to keep us from falling. So this is a great movement to practice that, to encourage those muscles to keep your body intact. Now from here, we're going to fully release them, allowing our nose to melt down toward our toes. Chest down. Again, stretching that mid-back here, keeping it nice and long and strong. And so while we're here, as we deepen this last stretch, I want to encourage you again to pray silently together. You can include your prayer breath with this movement. For any count or prayer that feels right for you, I'm going to practice breathing in for 2, holding, and exhaling out for 2. before repeating. As you continue your breath, you should feel your body release. Feel calm and strong here. We deepen this stretch and we breathe together to show up very authentically, to be present here with our physical self, moving not only our external body, but our internal body as well. The parts of us that we can't see, sometimes can't define or explain, but we can feel the energy moving through our bodies. We can feel it calming and releasing as we stretch here together. We show up for these important ways of worship, meaningfully and mindfully. Now, as we release, we come up from top to bottom and we sit comfortably together. Any way that works for you, you're welcome to lay down here as well. And I'm going to again push my palms here at my heart, allowing my elbows to be nice and pointy so that my chest will stay open. My mid back is long and strong, and my abs stay engaged so that I can sit up tall and ground myself here at my mat. We're continuing our prayer together. Breathing nice and slow, any pattern that works for you. And we thank ourselves for showing up tonight. Take a moment to thank your muscles, to thank your body, to show gratitude for your health and your ability. And then together we release, relax, and send a